Today is June the 13th, 2024. This is Carmen bringing you your daily Bloodborne Remaster update. And we have, I wouldn't even say it's news on a Bloodborne Remaster, but we got some Bloodborne news. So Miyazaki, Mr. Michael Zaki, was asked in an interview about a Bloodborne PC port. And he said that he knows for sure that most of the From Software staff wants a PC port of Bloodborne, and that he cannot say he wants it or else he'll be in trouble. But he is not opposed to it. He cannot advocate for a PC port or he will get in trouble for it, but he can say he is not opposed to it. And that, what was it, like, he is not really one who can speak on Bloodborne. So I mean, that if there was if anyone ever needed any more proof that the Bloodborne situation is not on From Software, it's all on Sony. Sony hates Bloodborne. That's all there is to it. I don't know why. I do not know what has made Sony have such vitriolic ire for Bloodborne. But I'm going to actually put on the tinfoil hat and get cracking on a theory here. This might be the insight talking. This might be too much insight. But here is my crackpot theory, guys, okay? Again, this might be the insight. I think Sony hates Bloodborne because Bloodborne is proof that their model for AAA video games doesn't matter. Sony has made a lot of AAA movie games over the last, 10 years since Bloodborne came out. But how many of them have really garnered the cult following Bloodborne got? Like Horizon, Uncharted 4, God of War, Ghost of Tsushima. Sure, these games have sizable fan bases, and The Last of Us 2, but that game is so split down the middle, you can't even say that, and I don't even think it's that great anyway. But what I'm getting at is, how many of these big AAA games that Sony loves to to praise and push for their their AAA movie experiences, the characters, all this stuff. How much of that has really gotten the cult following Bloodborne got? Bloodborne had a mere fraction. Comparing Bloodborne's budget to God of War Ragnarok, it's a shoestring budget. It's barely anything, with characters that get so much less screen time than the ones in God of War Ragnarok do. But the lore and the things behind these characters are somehow more compelling. And it's just on account of, better writing. But what I'm getting at here is Bloodborne is very much proof that Sony's business model doesn't always guarantee the best results. Sometimes just competent developers do, and I think that my friends is why Sony has banished Bloodborne forever, because they know it's just that good. They know what's behind the characters is better than what's behind any of the characters that have hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of screen time in their games. They know the story and the world of Bloodborne is better than what is behind the hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of their games. That's my crackpot theory. Again, that might be the insight talking, but but that's my guess, okay? Let me cope, okay? Let me cope my way into a reason why Bloodborne doesn't exist anymore. Other than me just saying Sony hates Bloodborne and hates Bloodborne fans, which they clearly do. So, in other news, Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero got its impressions out today from a lot of the influencers, which I had mentioned this a few days ago because I saw a lot of them on Twitter were posting they were going to LA or whatever. So, they all got to play Sparking Zero, which is pretty neat, and it's literally just Tenkaichi. Siriax posted a video of him doing the same exact combo in Sparking Zero that he does in Tenkaichi, and even the skill sets, they're the same. This is literally Tenkaichi 4, man, and I can't believe it. My only fear is that I don't think GT is in this game, nor do I think most of OG Dragon Ball is in this game. Instead, chat, we got stuck with Bottom Fiction Super. Can you believe it? What a sad, sad day to be alive. But yeah, I mean, what are we going to do about it? Hopefully Daima saves the Dragon Ball brand, because Super is an absolute nightmare. It's garbage. It's a disaster. And I really hope Daima can save it. At the very least, I am extremely confident that there is no way it's any worse than Super is. So yeah, Sparking Zero looks great. Can't wait to play that. Let's see, is there anything else to go over here today? Monster Hunter impressions went up. I don't care about that. Black Myth Wukong impressions are supposed to be, they're supposed to come out on the 17th. Lunatic Ignis said that a lot of influencers got to play a few hours of the game sometime recently, and that on the 17th, the embargo on that is going to lift, and we're going to see some Black Myth Wukong gameplay. Very much excited for that. That game looks fantastic. That, to me, is the only real contender for Game of the Year against FF7 Rebirth. To me, the big two this year are Rebirth and Wukong. We're going to see what Wukong looks like, though. Let's see, anything else to go over today? We talked about Wukong. We talked about Sparking, Bloodborne. I think that's about it. Is that it? Sparking, Bloodborne, Wukong. I think that's it. We're going to say so. No. Elden Ring, DLC, 1 week. Can't wait. Drinking games are going to come back for it. Make sure you're there for the streams. We're not going to be doing it that Friday because of work, but we're going to be starting it that Saturday. 1 death is 1 drink. We're going to get back to that. Cannot wait for the DLC. Very excited to stream that. No news on a Bloodborne Remaster today, but we did get some doom and gloom news about Bloodborne. That's always fun. That's been your daily Bloodborne Remaster update for June the 13th, 2024.